And it occurs to me that I should remind you or tell you, if a thing is good, you should revisit it. If you've met someone lovely, you want to see them again and again, and just to hold their hand and walk with them 1,000 times is still lovely. More lovely each time. You're swept up in a devotion to this person. You probably accredit to them all sorts of goodness that poor souls they couldn't possibly live up to. But your flying is bringing out the absolute best in you. You become selfless. Or yourself is included now, this person. They're as important, perhaps more important to you than your very self. You know, the man who'll go off to work each day, the work's rotten, not treated well at work, might be dangerous too, poorly paid, longs to be at home really and loving and caring and doing things around the house with his wife and his family. But he's off to work. It has meaning. It's worth it. Why is it worth it? Because of the sheer pleasure of his family that he's making possible, that he's blessing, that he's giving back. Do you see, love is holding him together. And that which would have been pointless or misery even is now joy. He's filled with the love of his family. Now you need to be like that about God. And when I say you need to be, I mean that if you are, you're passionate now about that which you understand to be perfect and right and good. And the very essence of what you think to be perfect, right and good is actually self. What you mean is that these things like kindness and love and faithfulness and integrity and compassion and rescue and help and blessing and joy and peace are all things that are of value to you. You have found that you like these things. These things are important. They bring you prosperity, health. All these words are states of experience that are of value to you. Self-centered. We call it, in some sort of lines of religious philosophy, the sin of self. Couldn't be more wrong. It's that all these qualities are qualities and valued as regards how they are valued by you in bringing your health and happiness and joy. The states that you love, that's why they are of value. Never ever despise self. Despise only a misunderstanding of self that doesn't realize your happiness and your well-being is so dependent on others around you that if you're not concerned with their welfare as well as your own, then your own deteriorates at an appalling rate. You become lonely, unhappy, and courting death. And death is not life, is not creativity, is not joy, is not peace. It's fear of the unknown and loss of all that you see and hope and have experienced to enjoy in living. There is nothing at all wrong with self and selfishness. You wish to be a part of creation and joy and change and fun and loving, the fullness of life. What you need is a wider view of self, not less, not none. No view of self has no joy in anything. No joy in anything means no pleasure, no hope of pleasure. Distress, death. Of course I'm selfish, but I'm also wise. I understand that my joy and my happiness and my life and vitality turns on good relationships with others. Therefore, I value everything that brings good relationship with others. I value loving, I value caring, I value faithfulness and integrity and keeping one's word and truth. Concern for others, empathy, sympathy, understanding, sensitivity, bringing joy and happiness to others, because I see the wonderful harvest of such. I see people loving me, being most helpful. We do things together now. We enjoy things together. It's fellowship. It's a party. Lovely interaction with others. So, of course there must be love. Love is the very essence of meeting all my needs. And I realize it's achieved by meeting all our needs together. For we as a group are incredibly more powerful than me as an isolated individual. We as a group, with a mind to bringing happiness to all of us, achieve civilization and everything that we value. Of course, love is fundamental. It's the essence of a safe creativity, an effective creativity. Quite simply, I'm not a person without love. I'd be just a machine without hope. Not turned on, not switched on, no power, no will driving it to do what it can do. And what can we do? Wonderful things. We can make cakes. We can go on holiday. We can enjoy the holiday because of the interaction of a million other people in everything that's available and such. The bus getting there. The clothes we wear. The food we eat. The place we stay in. The road we walk on. The seaside that we look at. Do you see? Love is fundamental. Self is fundamental. Caring for others, utterly fundamental. But we need to work together, for what we can achieve together is so much more than alone. Even God needed this. He had self, of course. He had awareness of self. But he realized that the complexity of all that could be achieved from fellowship, discourse, reflecting that others of different mind, not the same mind as him, he had that already, but the possibilities that come from different views, variety, fellowship with different people. And there were rules of this fellowship working. You need to be harmonious, caring about each other. Selfless, we have said, which in fact means a view that myself includes all, the love and care of them as much as myself. And that doing that together brings an amazing fellowship, ability for joint action, fun and variety and change, excitement, party. And the kids know this. They want to go and play. Can I have a play date? They want to rush out into the playground and interact with their people they can interact with, which is other children or adults that love and care for them and provide things that I can't do on my own. We quickly catch on that we need people. And life is a training in knowing how to have the cooperation and love of people, to both give it and receive it. It's as simple as that. That's why God wanted a family. That's why we're his reason for living. We're his joy. We're his fullness of life. And he is ours, with all the rest of the kids as well. Thank you, Dad. Love you. Thank you, Dad. And let me give you a Christian song that I think sums up my situation here. I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you. Holy One, from whom all blessings flow. I stand in awe of you. You see, we need to personify all that we value so that we can love. We're best at loving persons, not just ideals, persons we can be devoted to. It's very personal. Love is utterly personal. Person uniting with person, even though we're different, because we so want the welfare of those around us as well. We want their welfare, and we come to their rescue. And there's nothing lovelier. You are in poverty if you do not personify all that you value and devote yourself utterly to such person. And you may find by and by God, the true God, the very cause of your being, the sustainer of all that you do value. If you don't, you'll still have enjoyed the journey. And if you do, well, that's infinite joy. And as I've said so many times before now, the slightest chance of an infinite joy and glory and life eternal is worth everything. So that's what I'm choosing. I have decided to follow Jesus. Because Jesus was, in the understanding of that religion, Christianity, the very personification of all that was good, a visible person in one's mind whom one could love and appreciate and brings life. I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Life eternal. This is life eternal, to know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou sent, the way. You are the way, you are Jesus, I am Jesus. And we're in the way, in the nice way. Not an obstruction, not a hazard, but going along the path, straight and narrow way, the yellow brick road. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Dad.